Hey, Shalom Akim, Yahweh Bashim, Yahushua Bashim, Kwakadash, double honors and salutation to the elders and apostles of Group Stone who well, and the Akim pushing the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai on the highways in sincerity and in truth, preaching the gospel, prophesying the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So you can see on the screen, man, this is the same old controversy that the Lord has with Esau concerning the oppression of our people. Alright, so you can always tell that it doesn't matter how much Jake moves up in this society, it doesn't matter. Esau still has that desire to treat our people like crap. At some point in time, that trait of Esau will always pop up. That vibration that the Messiah puts in Esau, it always manifests itself, and that's what you see with the Jake, being walked on, by by two Edomite police officers, two Edomite centurions on horses, and it's all symbolic of prophecy. When you read the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 5, when it talks about servants upon horses and princes walking in a low place. It's just a manifestation of prophecy. It just lets you know who the Israelites are. I could read that real quick. I could read from 5 to 7. So it says, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Alright? I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. And that's the whole parable, of the whole scriptures. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. Alright, so that's just the point right there, and Esau doesn't really get it, man. That he's just playing his role according to the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's just fulfilling prophecy, and that's what it is, Folks are upset, they're angry, they're calling out the police chief. I've seen a video, talking about they're going to use a more appropriate methods to uh, to address situations like that. But hey, it's just the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai showing his hand, proving who the Israelites are and who the Edomites are. Alright, so this tension between Israel and Edom is always going to manifest itself, man. Edom, the so-called white man, so-called Caucasian race, and Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the confusion of faces spread out throughout the four corners of the earth. So Esau knows, man, that that animosity is not going nowhere. So he's just going to take advantage of it whether he likes it or not. Alright, so it's just a good example of what you see. And then if you go to, you could just pull up a quick precept. The Lord Yahweh Shema shall permit. Alright, so go to the book of Deuteronomy. Alright, so 28 and 28. I'm just gonna get to the point. So it says, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishments of heart. Alright, so these are all, serious curses, man. That the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai puts upon our people. Stress, anger, fear, in the face of adversity. I hear about the kind of life Jake lives. It's terrible. Go and see Jake always overrepresented when it comes to Esau's criminal justice system. Esau's financial system, his educational system. When it comes to having businesses, Esau's at the top, but Jake is at the bottom. And that's what the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah has set in motion to prove who his people are. All right, the people that he has put his mark on to be a special, peculiar treasure. And the evidence is just gonna keep popping up, man. And there's nothing Esau can do to change it, you know. So get another precept here, because only the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai can save our people from this unnecessary, crap that they have to deal with, especially the elect. But you know what? It's still necessary for it to happen. So we're not in the position to say what is necessary and what is unnecessary. All right. But Esau likes to go overboard. So that's just something you need to think about, man. All right. And then let's see. Book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 27. Alright, and it reads, "Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kwakadash, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you." And it's the Lord that did it, just to prove his power and to prove to the world who his people are.
Thanks, Jed. We are tracking new developments on a viral photo controversy that's rocked the Galveston Police Department.
Right, the photos show two Galveston police officers on horseback leading a handcuffed homeless black man with a rope. Now,
and that's prophecy right there, man. Because our people, we're not in our land, man. We're not in our kingdom. So we're basically homeless. We're kingdomless. But through the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Shimei Shai, we're going to have a kingdom that is righteous. All right. So I see Esau on his horses. That just represents Esau in a position of authority. Esau's, mindset right now. All right. So it's just beautiful, man, to see these things take place. It kind of boosts your confidence, boosts your faith. That reminds you of who you are and what you will be in the future. All right. So it's just it's an adventure, it's a journey. You gotta accept the bitter with the sweet. And right now we're going through that moment of bitterness. But in the kingdom, everything will be righteous. You won't have to be thinking about, who's gonna come bust down your door and terrorize your family and children. You won't have to be worried about tickets and all that stuff. You don't have to worry about oppression. All right, because the scripture talks about oppression shall not raise its head again. All right, so it just represents Esau's system, Esau's mentality. There's no law that our people can put on the books in Esau's kingdom to go against Esau's system. So it doesn't matter, who's the police chief, who's the legislature, who the councilman, the mayor is. They all got to stick with Esau's rules, man. That's what it boils down to. And that's one thing Esau wants. You could do whatever you want as long as you stay on my plantation, all right? So that's what Esau's all about, man. Keeping our people down. So that's what it represents,
there are calls for those officers to lose their jobs. Channel 2's Kathy Hernandez joining us now.
And for him to lose his job right now is not going to change anything, man. When Esau's going to lose his job is when Yahweh Shai shows up with the angels, to put down Esau's dominion. That means Esau has lost his job, he's lost his position, he's lost his power and authority.
Live with more on this controversy. Kathy, good morning.
Good morning. Many people are upset after seeing those images there of that controversial arrest. But the police chief here is defending his officers, and they'll return to work today. Today, the two Galveston police officers in this video will return to work, despite calls for their firings.
And in the future, it's gonna, when the roles reverse, guess who's gonna be on a hearse and who's gonna be in the field? Picking cotton, picking tomatoes, picking apples, picking cucumbers, peppers, cleaning out the stalls for the animals and sheep and goats. The same old police officers you see on the horses. So it's all spiritual, So that's what the Lord Yahweh Shimei Shai, It's letting us know. And reports I heard and what I've seen, it said, they had a bag over his head. So just imagine, man, the amount of ridicule our people have to deal with. So right now, it doesn't matter if you have $1 billion, $1 million, 200 grand, whether you have a negative balance, we're still an Esau system. All right. So we got to do, have set up businesses according to his rules and bylaws. You got to register for this. You got to pay for this license. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to open up your business for inspection. All that stuff. So just lets you know, man, that it is what it is according to the word of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. It's prophecy.
Is this something that's going to happen continuously, or was this a one-time deal?
Hundreds spoke out at town hall meetings last night after these images sparked outrage. They show two officers on horseback leading Donald Neely.
Yeah, so every time you wake up in the morning, this is the image you need to have in your mind. That you're running to catch a bus to walk. You're running to drop your kids at the daycare center so you could get to work on time. You're running to catch the metro, you're running to catch the cab. You're about to get in the car, get some gas, and head out to work. This is the message, the picture that should be in your head day in, day out, that you're still in captivity. At any point in time, Esau could crack down. So just keep this in mind, man, and have faith in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, that He'll be the one to lift you up out of it. Because when you see these images, it keeps you humble. It lets you know what you're dealing with and what the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai has in store for you.
In handcuffs, using a rope.
Are those statements in a book somewhere that says it's okay to put the rope on them and walk them down the street?
The police chief said that's what they were trained to do, but adds the department is making changes.
And we'll be looking for more appropriate methods. I tell you, these officers love you. They love this island.
And that's what Esau's laws are all about, to bind our people. That's the religion our people keep to the worshiping Esau. See Jake bound with a rope, with his hands behind his backs. And that's what's going on. That's what's going on with our people, man. They can't see the rope bound to their hands, with their hands behind their back. They're wearing Esau's uniforms. They're speaking according to Esau's concepts and ideology. So they can't really get it. They think they're free, but they are not.
They work hard for you every single day.
The officers arrested Neely on Saturday for trespass.
They work hard for you every single day. The cops on the horses, they tell the Jake that he's an Israelite, that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is coming back to deliver him from the captivity of the Edomites. That America is going to be destroyed. Does that ring a bell? So just let you know, man, that our people are stuck. They want to have it so here in Babylon, thinking that Esau has their best interest at heart. All right. So let's get another quick precept. This is going to be from the book of Isaiah, chapter 40. Start from verse 1. So it says, comfort ye, my people, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shema Kwakwadash. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, alright, city of peace, and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she had received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins. So that's just, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai reminding us that we sinned against him, we transgressed his laws, and he had to, chastise us, he had to rebuke us. Alright, that's what that image represents. It's an image of rebuke. Alright, and our people need to accept the rebuke of the Lord. Alright, and that image is meant to wake our people up, to let them know that we're the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And then you hear about the The children of the Northern Kingdom whose parents were rounded up by ICE for immigration violation. So that's what we gotta deal with, man. You gotta learn how to see things from a big victim's, perspective. POW. You're gonna be dominated by Esau in the world, but in the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, you're gonna be dominating Esau. You're gonna see the children crying, the parents are upset and crazy. You're gonna see destruction of families. You're gonna see fathers getting embarrassed in front of the children at gunpoint. You're gonna see Jakes just losing it and giving up, committing crime and all types of atrocities. So it just proves, man, that our people need deliverance from the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, and that deliverance is coming soon. All right, and the ones that choose not to accept the Lord's rebuke, they're gonna be, squashed when all hell breaks loose. All right, and last precept here is gonna be from the same book of Isaiah, chapter 51, and then you read from verse 21 to verse 23. It says, it says, therefore hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus said the Lord, thus said thy Lord. All right, so our people been jacked up, man. Been jacked up real bad. So just imagine, the extent of all these atrocities we have to deal with, both physically and mentally. All right, thus said the Lord. All right, and thus said thy Lord, the Lord and thy power, that pleaded the cause of his people. So that time of the Lord pleading for his people, judging on behalf of his people from a standpoint of mercy, that time is coming. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again. All right, so those days are going to be fulfilled very soon, man. All right, and beginning to see the early stages of that. Heathens are beginning to get jacked up. The so-called white men, the so-called Africans, the so-called Asians, so-called Arabs. They're gonna start getting judged heavily by the Lord. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee. All right, and that's a promise from the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, that should comfort us. All right, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. So that's a good thing to see right there, man. That the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna, pay back these people for coming against his chosen ones, all right? The nation of Israel, and especially his elect.
Passing, his family claims he's homeless and mentally disabled. Some relatives say the officer should be terminated.
And that's what it means. To be mentally disabled means to be a lost. You have no clue of who he is mentally. Doesn't know his identity, and that's the state of mind our people are. The whole nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, our nation is mentally ill because they don't know who they are, they don't know where they come from, and they don't know where they're going. All right, so what else do they have? It's nonsense.
Neely's sister says differently.
He said that they treated him nice. He didn't have any issues with them.
It doesn't change anything. All right. So it's beautiful to see that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is going to bring judgment against Esau, because Esau knows who Jake is, man. He knows the true identity of Jake, but he plays games. All right. So see a few more on this.
Neely was released from jail on Sunday. The police chief also.
Yeah. So there's nothing more the police chief can say. There's no apology that the police chief can make on behalf of Esau's system, because the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is going to recompense Esau Right, the scripture talks about compensating Esau, compensating Esau, for all his wickedness, man. His reward. Alright, so that time is coming. There's nothing Esau can do about it. Alright, so it's going to be beautiful, man, to see the Lord Yahbashim Ashai judge his enemies. And that's the point there, Akim. You just got to learn to deal with it. Accept the chastisement of the Lord Yahbashim Ashai. The rebuke was meant to keep us corrected, so that way we could be furnished unto good works. Alright, so that was the point that I can hope in edified, and I pray that we continue to stay humble in this society, man, and pray the Lord Yahbashim Ashai strengthens our faith to accept the difficulties that's coming our way. Shalom.